Sweat presents The Sweat You Forget. Hello there, I'm Carrie and this is your body. You might be wondering why it looks so pale. That's because your body releases at least 2.5 liters of fluids every day. You see, it's the sweat that you forget that's dehydrating you. Like work from home overtime takes effort, causing your body to sweat. In cold temperature, your body burns energy to stay warm. Having caffeinated drinks and alcohol can make you urinate more often. Fever causes sweating as your body is fighting viruses. And when you cry, you release body fluids through tears. But remember, you can always recover with Pocari Sweat. Because of these ions, we make a good match for your body's hydration needs. Ooh, this is our stop. Remember, don't let the sweat you forget keep you from living a healthy and hydrated life. Pocari Sweat.
Bahagi na ng buhay nating mga Pilipino ang sports. Mula sa panahon ng unos, sa tamis ng tagumpay, sa kabila ng pagbabago ng buhay, ang Philippine Sports Commission ay patuloy na magigilingkod sa sambayanan at atletang Pilipino.
And magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Nandito tayo ngayon sa PSC Chatroom, araw ng Miyerkules, April 19, 2022. Papalapit yung mga competitions natin. 16 days na lang bago ang ating Southeast Asian Games dyan sa Cambodia. Ako nga po pala si Jess Laid sa ngalan ng PSC Board sa pangunguna ni PSC Chairman Richard Bachman, Commissioners Olivia Bongku, Matthew Fritz Gaston, Edward Haico, at makakasama natin mamaya, Commissioner Walter Torres. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo syempre ng Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation na PAGCOR, Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office at ang mga kapartner natin sa pagsuporta sa ating pambansang koponan, ang Pocari Sweat Otsuka Solar Philippines at Pioneer Insurance. Hindi nga tayo nagpapaawat, no, tuloy-tuloy yung ating paghahanda para sa papalapit na Southeast Asian Games na bisita namin itong nakaraan, yung ating mga atleta on weightlifting and soft tennis, and mapapanood nyo sa mga susunod na episodes yung kanilang mga interviews and kung kamusta yung kanilang paghahanda para sa paparating na Southeast Asian Games. Pero bago ang lahat, tayo dumako muna sa mga updates ng ating komisyon. Ito ang ating PSC this week. Nitong Miyerkules, last Wednesday, after ng ating episode, ay pinaunlakan ng Malacanang Palace ang mga members ng Interagency Task Force para sa paparating na hosting naman ng ating bansa para sa FIBA World Cup, Basketball World Cup 2023. Pinangunahan yan ni PSC Chairman Richard Bachman kasama ang PSC Board and PBAUC 2023 representatives. Kasama rin sa mga dumalo sa naturang pagpupulong ang Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin and Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Hubert Guevara from the Office of the President. And bukod pa dito, ang mga miyembro naman ng samahang weightlifting ng Pilipinas sa pangunguna ng kanilang President Monica Puentebella and Amateur Softball Association of the Philippines Secretary General Francesca Altomonte ay nagpakita at nakipagpulong kay PSC Commissioner Edward Haico para sa PSC budget hearing dito sa Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. Nang Webes naman, ang Philippine Football Federation sa pangunguna ng kanilang Secretary General Attorney Ed Gastanes and PFF Grassroots Project Head David Haveliana ay bumisita sa ating PSC board para i-discuss yung kanilang FIFA and UN upcoming grassroots projects sa ating bansa para sa mga eskwelahan. This will be a tripartite partnership between the PSC, the PFF or Philippine Football Federation, and the Department of Education, and is envisioned to get the youth into play and movement and support character building through sports. Nitong Friday, nakasama natin sa PSC Hour ang ating PSC Commissioner Olivia Bongku sa unang episode ng PSC Hour this year. Nitong Biyernes din, syempre, pinangunahan ni PSC Chairman kasama si Coach Maricon Fornea ang pagbisita sa training venue ng ating national team para sa mula sa Philippine Rowing Association na nagtitraining dyan sa La Mesa Eco Park sa Quezon City. Itong Lunes naman, bumisita si former PSC Chairman Ricardo Richie Garcia sa kanyang kaparehas na PSC Chairman Richard Bachman para ibahagi yung kanyang mga experiences at kung ano pa yung mga pwede niyang maibahagi at may tulong para sa grassroots and elite program ng Philippine Sports Commission. Hailing from Bacolod City, Garcia served as a commissioner twice in 1999 and 2008 and naging chairman naman noong 2010. Ang ating National 3x3 basketball squad din sa pangunguna ni SBP 3x3 Program Head Coach Ronnie Magsanok and PBA 3x3 Representative Joey Juanyo ay nagkaroon ng pagbisita kay PSC Chairman Richard Bachman and Commissioner Fritz Gaston sa Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. In-update ni Coach Magsanok ang PSC Board regarding sa gallant stand ng FIBA 3x3 Asia Cup sa Singapore and also presented the national team na magko-compete naman para sa 2023 Southeast Asian Games sa Cambodia. And kahapon, si Chairman Bachman rin ang bumisita at nanguna sa Philippine Sports Writers Association's Forum na ginanap dito sa Conference Hall ng Rizal Memorial Sports Complex. Binahagi ni Chairman Bachman yung ilang updates para sa paparating na 32nd Southeast Asian Games sa Cambodia and iba pang plano ng kanyang PSC board, especially with the completion of it sa pagpasok ni former PBA player Fritz Gaston as the fourth commissioner. Former PSC Chairman Philip Popoy Wico ay isa rin sa mga dumalo sa PSA Forum para naman sa Athletics Events and Sports Management Group of the Philippines o ACES Philippines upcoming volleyball competitions. Nagkaroon ng maikling pag-uusap ang dalawa bago ang naturang forum. And para sa iba pang updates, ibahagi pa natin yan sa iba pang programa natin. Pero bago ang lahat, ito naman yung naging panayam natin sa ating PBA Bowlers Academy Open Champion Merwin Tan. And mamaya, kasunod ito, yung ang ating panayam with the success Philippine Bowling Federation Foreign Coach Joe Slowinski. Ito muna yung panayam natin kay Merwin Tan.
before matapos yung March, talagang gumawa ka ng bag. So,
Thank you po.
how does it really feel to, winning your first pro title?
It was a blessing for me, and of course, I'm thankful to Coach Joe and to my teammates as well. We are cheering each other, and we have a wonderful trip together.
What do you think was the key on that success?
Um, the key is, in my opinion, to keep calm on everything, um, and just listen to the coach what he says. I just follow.
How long have you trained for that competition?
Actually, before that, I'm training. I'm training um since January. Yeah. So maybe 2 months. And we when we arrive, we still have a time to practice about 1 week, and we have a match between the Fresno University. So that was the part of the training, and the experience was fun.
You've competed with 19 time titleists.
Yes, in the finals, and that was only one game that much. So that was
That was the experience.
yeah, at first I'm struggling with the first half. I have two miss spares and two spares, so I think my score was just 90 plus or 80. So I went to coach, and we have some conversation. Then that helped me to even to calm me down. Then that's it. That is the game changed when um, I have the four bagger against him. So he had the pressure to execute. So I think it's more of I just think that it's God's will, and I just execute my shot well.
Personally, what's your assessment in your performance? In the future, you can apply it or you can improve it based on your recent performance.
I think I can apply that mindset not into bowling but in life as well. So if you're calm in everything, and you have always a plan in life, I think it will be helpful for me personally.
What's your goal right now after that win?
Well, my goal is originally my goal is to be a world champion someday, if God's will, if I can win that championship. So, but I think it's still a long way to go. So, for now, yeah, maybe the Asian Indoor Games to win it, or other major competitions.
After winning that title, what's in line for you? Any future plans now, especially that you will not be competing in the Cambodia Games? What are you looking
So
tournaments
for
that you are
for now, I will just practice, maximize the training until when the time comes that in the future we have future games like the Asian Indoor Games or any other tournament that will come. At least I'm prepared.
Baka meron kang gustong i-thank you, i-acknowledge ng mga sponsors or mga supporters mo. This is your time.
Okay, I would like to thank everyone. Thank you to PSC, Philippine Sports Commission, Philippine Bowling Federation, to the coaches, teammates, family, and friends.
And that was our interview with our PBA Bowlers Academy Open champion, Merwin Tan. Congratulations, Merwin, sa iyong pagkakapanalo and pagbibigay ng pugay and honor para sa ating bansa. And to make more and to learn more, ito naman, yung ating naging panayam with the man behind this success, Philippine Bowling Federation foreign coach, Joe Sluwinski.
I'm designated as a foreign coach for the purposes of the PSC, and it was an exciting week and amazing to have two bowlers cash their first PBA checks. Professional win is always something that's you want to be exceptionally proud about.
Coach Joe, of course, I think this is your first year po in the national team.
Yes, just arrived.
Yeah, so it's a good start po for the Philippine bowling. So, what's your long-term plan po for our national squad?
For the national squad, I think the most important thing is starting to look for the Asian Games in 2026, which will be in Japan, because bowling should be back in the Asian Games again. As you know, bowling's not in China upcoming, so we want to make sure bowling gets back into the Asian Games, of course. It's the Pan American Games in the American zone and the Asian Games in the Asian zone are the two biggest IOC type events. So looking towards that is working towards identifying talent and start building the training process so that everybody improves. Asian indoor games, of course, we want to have a great showing there, both the men and women. So evaluating players and then developing a long-term strategy for training.
Yeah.
That's something that I've had a lot of experience with, and we're always looking at developing periodization plans so that everybody's peaking at the right time to perform at the highest level. So that our goal is first identify those who have the potential in, say, a 8 to 24 month period to perform at a high level. Starts with building culture, because we want to think of Philippines bowling as world class. So you have to start with that in mind. What do we need to do to become world class, to perform against the best professional players in the world? Not only represent Asia, but represent globally the highest level possible.
Yes. Just to give us some idea, Coach, how were you recruited po in the Philippine bowling team?
I'm well known internationally. I just won a gold medal with Belgium in the European Championship, Pan American Games gold medal with Brazil. So I'm also a writer for Bowling This Month, a global leader in bowling knowledge magazine. So I'm well known and was approached to come, and I'm excited to be here. Really honored to be here, because I'm a student of history, and Philippines bowling has had a long, successful journey at the highest level, and I don't take that very lightly.
Yeah.
Because it's really important that we build on that history. Young men and women like Merwin who have had a lot of success, we want to see them continue and bring a lot of glory to the country.
Okay. Speaking of Merwin Tan's latest or recent performance po, what's your assessment or observations during that performance, just to give us some idea po?
Yeah, it was a challenging week, because when I first met him, we went to our first practice. I had designed a week-long practice process so that we would be ready for the professional regional event. And our first practice, it was clear he was having difficulty throwing the ball, experiencing pain. So we made an arrangement to go visit a pro shop that I know could drill equipment for the guys, but also I needed to fit his hand so that he had a better release. So that was our first challenge. But it took a few days to get adjusted to the new grip. But that showed me a lot about his character and his mental strength, because many players would have been complaining about the situation or showing a lot of negativity, but he just did the job. And that's really, as a bowling coach or any coach, is we want our players to just do the work.
Yeah.
Meaning you have your strategies and your procedures, and he was doing that. The same in the tournament. He had a strong mental aspect. It really showed in the final. He was matched up against a 19-time professional titleist and struggled at the beginning. We had a short conversation, and he responded with 4 strikes in a row to put pressure on PJ Haggerty, a former Team USA member. So that showed me a lot of character. He was really coachable, listened, trusted, and we worked really well together. We have a little bit of contrasting personalities in competition. He's very reserved and quiet, and I'm not. So it just showed me a lot about his character and his mental strength. And I'm really proud of the work that we did over the course of that week.
As a coach, how special that was for you, since this is your, I think this is your first major tournament, I think, as a coach of our Philippine squad.
Yeah, that's the first time working with the Philippine players. So to go out and win a professional title, my goal was I wanted a couple bowlers to make the cut and then have that experience of bowling another, in this case it was 5 more games. And we almost had 2 make the final 8, which would have been match play. So to have one finish 10th and to have a champion, especially with the challenges of the week, that's very, very special as a coach.
Yeah.
These moments, and I think as a player too, is it's very unusual to go through that level of adversity and still find amazing success. So to have that accomplishment, especially under the circumstances, I'm very optimistic and hopeful. I think he has a tremendous amount of potential for future success, and because he has a strong mindset and mental game, that's going to allow him to reach his full potential. Because I told them, I said, it's going to be about 10 years until you reach your really full level. That's just the way it works in our sport, and most sports. So it's exciting that we were able to achieve such an amazing accomplishment in the first go-around.
Yes. So today you've met with our commissioner,
Yes.
our bowling icon, Kom Bongku. So
Yes.
how's the meeting? If you can share a bit.
Well, I think
details.
everybody's excited about the facilities primarily. That's one of the challenges coming in. We have some limitations due to the current facility use. The amount of time that we can train puts a little bit of constraint. That makes it challenging. So part of my proposals coming in is that we need to think about more training time, especially for the group that's going to be involved in the Asian Indoor Games and any other major competition this year. But really about the future facilities, getting that facility built so that the bowling has a place that they can train unimpeded, unrestricted, and also have support facilities like a pro shop and other things. These are really important to maximize the opportunity. You're only as good as the environment in which you compete in. So right now they're training in a facility that has a certain lane surface. We really want to be able to train in multiple lane surfaces. It'd be like tennis. You need grass, hard court, clay. You need to prepare it all to be good. So it's the same way, having both the lane surface and also different lane conditions and environments to push the bowlers to both mindset-wise, that they can achieve whatever they want and play any part of the lane when they need to.
Okay. Coach Joe, any final message to the Philippine bowling team as well as to the Philippine bowling community?
I'm honored and excited to be here. I'm looking forward to working with everyone and meeting everyone around the country. We're very excited about grassroots as well. One of the big initiatives that I'm here for is to develop a youth development program and corresponding coach certification with it. That will really help to build the future of Philippines bowling.
Thank you, Coach Joe.
Thanks.
And yan nga po yung naging panayam natin with Coach Joe Slewinski. Again, congratulations sa sa ating PBA Bowlers Academy Open champion Merwin Tan, and the man behind this success, Philippine Bowling Federation foreign coach Joe Lewinsky. Salamat sa inyong pagpapaunlak sa ating programa para kayo makapanayam. And sa ating pagbabalik, makakasama naman natin ang ating isa sa mga commissioners natin, Commissioner Walter Torres, na magbibigay at magbabahagi ng kanyang experience sa katatapos lang na first CDM meeting and updates para sa upcoming 12th ASEAN Para Games with Miss Arian Malyare. Sa ating pagbabalik yan. And kung may comments kayo, may mga nais kayong batiin, just comment it down below sa ating Facebook page, sa ating Facebook post. See you later.
Pocari Sweat presents The Sweat You Forget. Hello there, I'm Carrie. You see, it's the sweat that you forget that's dehydrating you. Like work from home overtime, oversleeping, being in cold temperatures, having caffeinated drinks, or alcohol, fighting a fever, and even crying. But you can always recover with Pocari Sweat. Because of these ions, we can help with your body's rehydration. So remember the sweat you forget and always stay hydrated. Pocari Sweat. Pocari Sweat presents The Sweat You
Kasama po natin ngayon si PSC Commissioner at ang ating chef de mission sa papalapit na 12th ASEAN Para Games. Walang iba kundi si Commissioner Walter Francis Torres. Good afternoon po, Com.
Good afternoon, Ayang. At magandang hapon sa inyong lahat, no? Ito na naman tayo sa PSC Chatroom, no?
Yes, Com. Of course, balitaan nyo naman po kami, no? For the back-to-back po, kayo po ang pinangalanan or itinalaga bilang ating chef de mission po ng ASEAN Para Games. Gaano ka-special po itong role na to para sa inyo, Com?
Actually, challenging siya, no? Because nung 11th sa ASEAN Para Games sa solo, ako nga yung chef de mission and yung ating para Team Philippines, maganda yung performance, no? So, since ako ulit ngayon yung tinalagang chef de mission, of course, we would like to do better, no, than last time. So again, there's pressure, but we're willing to take the pressure and we hope to do even better than last year.
Yes, Com. Mga updates lang po, no? Just recently, you just attended the first CDM meeting dito nga sa Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Kamusta po itong naganap po na pulong? Ano-ano po yung mga special discussions po na i-raise po during the said meeting po?
Well, actually, the main purpose of the Chef de Mission meeting is to show the head of delegates, no, yung readiness ng organizing committee. And at this point, yes, they're ready and still continue to prepare not only the venues but even the logistical concerns, no? So mauna sa para games yung SEA Games, no? So I think very critical yung mangyayari sa SEA Games in terms of the organization, the venues, no? Because that will sort of give us a better idea on the readiness for the para games, which will happen about less than a month after the SEA Games. As a CDM, I'm very confident that everything will be ready, and Cambodia, Phnom Penh especially, will be ready to welcome the participants from 11 nations.
Yes, during the CDM meeting, were you able to visit din po yung mga venues? Or kamusta yung mode po doon? May mga protocols pa rin po ba? Or totally talaga
Maluwag, and the venues, yun, kasama namin sa meeting yung mga technical delegates, no? So the main role of the technical delegates is basically to check and to give recommendations on how to prepare the venues, no? So ako rin yung Vice President for Sports sa ASEAN Para Sports Federation. So that is also my concern, yung mga technical delegates, competition managers. So in that trip to Phnom Penh a couple of weeks back, not only did I go as a CDM, but I also went as a representative of the ASEAN Para Sports Federation. So in those meetings, we heard the TDs, no? We heard their observations, their recommendations to prepare the venues, no? And they also had the chance to meet with the competition managers and design, no? The venues and the games itself.
Yes, speaking of games, mas marami yung sports po, no, na itatampok natin in this edition po dito sa Cambodia kumpara noong last year po na ginanap sa Surakarta. From 9 sports, we have 12 regular sports and 1 demo sports po, no? So ano-ano po ba tong sports sa Tokom?
Let me just correct you, Ayang, no? So there are actually 14 sports, no, this edition, the 12 ASEAN Para Games. One of which will be a demo sport, no? So the demo sport out of the 14 will be the esports, no? We're sending a delegation of 5 players, no, to compete in Mobile Legends, no? Then the 13 other para sports, no, 12 of which will only be competing, no? So we won't be able to send a team for the football 5-a-side, but the 12 other sports will be participating in basically the athletics, swimming, badminton, boccia. For the first time, it will be CP football, no? They're making a debut, and goalball. We sent a men's team in the 11th ASEAN Para Games. Now we're sending a women's team.
Yeah.
So very excited for them. Then the regulars, no, judo, powerlifting, sitting volleyball,
Or sa chess.
chess, of course, no, table tennis, wheelchair basketball, no. Yun. So I hope I didn't miss out anything, no? But basically 12 out of the 14 will be participating in, including the demo sport, esports, no.
Of course, gaano kalaki naman yung delegation na we are preparing po coming to the June 3 to June 9 competition?
So it's a bigger delegation, no? In fact, I think the biggest, no? And this is really an opportunity for our para athletes to excel, no? And I'm very thankful for the support from the Philippine Sports Commission in funding a big delegation, no? Because of the 11th, and the 11th medyo may konting limitations, no? We had to trim down the team, but this time full support. So maraming salamat sa kay Chairman Bachman, and of course my fellow commissioners, no? Com Bongku, Com Ed Haiko, and a new friend in our agency, no, and the commissioner and the board, no, Com Fritz Gaston, no. So thank you again for your support, no. So yeah, it's bigger. In the 11th, we had 138 athletes. Now, in the 12th edition, we're sending about 175 athletes, no? And
Mas marami more chances yung winning natin.
Exactly, no? So more. Well, yeah, more participants, more chance of winning. But the increase actually is because, like I said, no, we have a CP football team.
Yeah.
So when you say a CP football team, that's an additional 10 players, no? And then the additional global women's team, so that's an additional 6 players, no? So that adds about 16 persons already, no, para athletes, no? But again, it's one of the, it's the biggest so far, no, delegation in terms of athletes, no? Overall, maybe around 250, including the coaches, our medical team, support group from the Philippine Sports Commission. In 2000, in the 11th edition, we only sent about 211. So mas malaki talaga ngayon, no?
How's the support din syempre ng PSC, support and relationship po ng ating ahensya at ng Philippine Paralympic Committee with Sir Mike Barredo? May mga naging special meetings na po ba kayo para dito sa APG?
Ako as the CDM and at the same time, the commissioner, so kumbaga mas madaling ngayong mag-communicate. In fact, soon I'll be meeting with Michael Barredo and to give him an update, no, on the developments, no, about the delegation, no, and the communication has been constant, no. It's also that's been there because of the ease of the communication and the possibility of just talking and texting and messaging, no.
Yes. Of course, kamusta naman po yung ating mga para-athletes? Were you able to visit them po? Especially, no, yung ating swimming team, ang biggest natin or bemedaled NSA natin from the last year's edition. They had 12 gold, 5 silver, and 5 bronze medals, and followed by chess team with 10 gold, 11, and 5, and the rest po, no. Kamusta po? Nagte-training na po ba sila ngayon? Kahit na, of course, we are looking at yung mga magsi-SEA Games muna, no?
They've been training ever since. So, siguro I would just say that they are just training harder and harder now, no? So, I had the chance to visit some of them, no? And nakakatuwa, no? Because nakita mo yung excitement din nila kasi, again, another opportunity, no? For them to of course, carry the colors of the Philippines and give glory to our country, no? And so I was able to visit a couple of swimming, yung chess, nag-online meeting kami. They simulate competitions, no? Swimming and athletics also, dyan lang sa ultra. So they've been really training and together with the other teams like the wheelchair basketball. In fact, the wheelchair basketball team natin, yung women's team, just came back from a training camp in Thailand, no? So I'm sure that will increase their chances of winning a medal this edition, no?
Yes po, Of course, syempre, no, nung last edition, we had a total of 28 gold, 30 silver, and 46 bronze medals. Dito nga, dahil mas malaki yung team natin, no? So, are we expecting ma-duplicate or ma-surpass po natin at least po?
That is everybody's intention. So, of course, that is the direction and the goal. I can't really say the number or give you an idea, no, but definitely we'll do our best. The team will do their best, and because everybody wants to win.
Yes.
So definitely everybody's hungry. So we'll just surprise you. Okay?
Dun sa flag bearer ko, meron na ba kayo napipisel na mag-flag?
Good question. Wala pa. So maybe the community can suggest, no? We will be willing to listen to you and maybe accept your suggestions. And from there, we can decide on who will be the flag bearer for both the opening and hopefully also for the closing ceremony.
Yes, Walter, of course, after nung first CDM meeting, kailan ulit po yung pagpunta nyo po doon? Kailan yung next po?
I would believe doon sa delegation registration meeting, the DRM, no? That is the time when I confirm our entries, no, the athletes and participants and the delegation, no? So that will be sometime in May, I would believe 28, 29, no? Because so 31st, the delegation is supposed to arrive, and when they arrive, they'll go through a process of classification. No? Then games time, June 3, opening ceremony. Then the games will go on for the next 5-6 days. Then the closing ceremony will be on June 9. Very exciting, no?
Yes. So, syempre po, no, aside from APG.com, puntahan naman natin yung ibang mga NSAs po na under your watch na na-visit mo na. So, ano-ano po ba tong mga NSAs na to na baka you can share some stories po during your visit with them?
Well, I'm handling 13 NSAs, no? Then the 14th is Phil Spada. So, and Phil Spada is an umbrella NSA, so of 17 sports. So if you talk about 13 plus 17, you're talking about 30 sports, no? Although maraming nagtatanong about para or Phil Spada, of course, my attention really is also in the other 13 sports I'm handling, no? So just an update, I'm keeping the communication line open. No, so I talk to them as much as I can, and the office always is around to support them, no, in their requests, concerns, no. In fact, when we had the budget hearing early February, maraming natutunan, and visiting them is also my plan, because that in that way I'll be able to get to know not only the players but also understand the sport, no. And as a follow-up to that, I'm planning a second, kumbaga, one-on-one meeting. And hopefully we can discuss more programs in depth, no, in more detail, because yung budget hearing medyo kulang sa oras, no. So, and after that discussion, that one-on-one meeting soon to happen, I think starting next week, I'll be able now to plan more, no, and projects, maybe even events that will help, no, and support the NSAs under my watch, no.
Yes. Nakita rin natin, no, binisita nyo rin itong ating fencing team as a Olympic fencer din, no. So, kamusta po ba yung, kumbaga, new generation po ng ating fencing team, Com?
Ako, they're better. They're stronger. Because right now, there is much support, no? More opportunities to train. Again, because of the support from the Philippine Sports Commission, then the association is set in winning or maybe even sending another Olympian to the coming Olympic Games, no? So, and as commissioner, and fencing is under my watch, so all-out support lang sa kanila, of course, no? So now the team is in Taipei for I think 2-3 weeks training. They'll be coming home by the end of the month and eventually leaving for the SEA Games, no, in May.
This is your officially your first year po as PSC commissioner. How's the job so far? Are you stressful? Are you, kaya, Com?
I'll let you be the judge. How do I look? No.
Parang hindi naman stress, Com.
Actually, no. Ako, very interesting. A different experience, no? Different, mean to say, parang at a higher level, no? But again, nabanggit ko dati yung experience ko as an athlete, as a physical educator, a teacher, a coach, no? Then even an administrator in a PE program. Then eventually the Secretary General of an NSA, Phil Spada, and me even being AVP, Vice President pala for sports in the APSF. Parang this experience and trainings is kumbaga augmenting or helping me learn even more. But I admit there's so much other things to learn, no? So yeah, and I'm banking on the people around me to guide me and help me do my job as commissioner properly.
Yes.
And effectively, of course, no?
Yes. So, dahil nga dyan, Com, ano-ano pa po yung iba nyo pa pong mga programs or plans po, especially this year, aside dun sa ating mga lalahokang competitions po ng ating Team Philippines?
Well, the program I'm planning, or actually been waiting for the go signal, is actually the train the trainers, no? And it's focused on educating our coaches, our trainers about the concept of classification. No? Classification kasi is very important in identifying the athlete, no? The athlete with disability for a particular sport. No? So if I am able to deliver that, the coaches or those interested, no, in teaching or coaching para athletes will have a better idea, no, in identify the right athlete for the right sport.
Yes. And I believe, no, depende din sa competitions, no, yung pagdating dun sa classifications, bakit kaya nagva-vary, Like sa Asian, kasi meron po kaming nakausap before po ng mga atleta na dito sa classification niya dito, T11, parang sa table tennis ata yun, And then, pagdating dun sa world, iba pala yung classification niya. Bakit nagiging ganun po,
Well, yun nga, let's say for the Southeast Asian level, hindi naman siya, kumbaga, sanctioned by the International Paralympic Committee. So, I would say the classification won't be as strict. So, that's why nga, sana nga, with the trainers, at this level pa lang, tama na. Para when they go to a higher level, they don't need to be reclassified or even go to another classification. No? So that is the intention. No? So then, in addition to that, no, katulad ng sinabi ko, the one-on-one meeting soon to happen with the various NSAs under my watch will help me plan and help them create their grassroots program. No? So yeah, that's it. No? So that is the plan. No? Then of course the Philippine National Para Games. I hope it will happen next year. No, yeah, and then many other projects like supporting the chairman's projects and events.
Of course, magandang opportunity itong Philippine National Para Games kung ano po, 'di ba? Para din syempre madagdagan yung ating nasa national pool, mas mapalakas. Is that the intention po,
Yes, no. So the Philippine National Para Games actually is the parang a multi-sporting event that will help select the para athletes for international competitions to be members of the national training pool, no. I would like to sort of tweak it a bit and make it more competitive.
Yes.
So hopefully those who participate are already, kumbaga, qualified and they meet a certain level of performance na, no, yung mga minimum qualifying standards or minimal qualifying scores, so that the level of competition will be very high and you get to select, no, very competitive, no, and promising athletes, no, that will represent the country. So before the PNPG, sana magkaroon ng pocket competitions to select people that will eventually join the PNPG, no.
Yes. Of course, sabihin na rin natin, no, you're also the chef de mission for the 2024 Paris Paralympic Games. And, syempre, nung last time na kumuha tayo ng medal po, nanalo tayo ng medal, was in 2016 pa, during the time of the late Josephine Medina of table tennis. So, dito kaya, pagdating dito sa ating 2024.
Again, I'm very thankful to Mr. Michael Barredo for entrusting the leadership, no, of the delegation to me again, no, for the Paris Paralympic Games. No. There is so much positiveness in this coming Paralympics because you've been hearing names about good performances in swimming, in athletics, in powerlifting. No? So again, no promises, but I really believe this will be a good Paralympic Games this coming 2024. So let's all be surprised.
And especially, medyo maluwag na rin po yung pagdating sa mga protocols ko.
Yes, no. So more opportunities to prepare, no, going out, exposures, trainings, no. And yeah, so tama, no. The environment makes it even more possible to hopefully win a medal this coming Paralympic Games, no?
Yes. Anything that you want to add, Baka may special announcements pa po ang kayo po, to all our viewers po.
Well, una-una, again, continued prayers for our para-athletes because it's really for them naman, no? So, not just for them to win a medal, but to strive to strive excellence through sports, no? So and when you say excellence, it doesn't just mean medals, no? It could be excellence in personality, in character, in leadership, no? For para athletes naman, especially if you're the winner or the defending champion, think of yourself as a contender. Don't think of yourself as the person on top, no? Because again, that position is open to anybody. It's a new ball game, so think of yourself as a contender and prepare yourself, dreaming of that spot again, no? Not looking from above to the people trying to grab that spot from you. So that will lessen the pressure. And then for those who did not win a medal in the past games, use your opponent so that you can become a better player. No? So gain strength and courage from your opponent. No? Especially the opponent that you believe who you think are better. No? Be better because of them. No? Yan. So use their strength so that you become stronger and faster.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much, Commissioner Walter Francis Torres, ang ating chef de mission sa upcoming 12th ASEAN Para Games.
And salamat Ayang Malyari and Commissioner Walter Torres na ating nakasama para sa updates sa papalapit din syempre na ASEAN Para Games and para sa ating activities, para sa ating mga para-athletes. Unang-una, nagpapasalamat tayo sa mga tumutok sa ating programa ngayong araw. Tower Likers, Wawang Tan, Jepril Angeles, Gab Guhay, Joseph Emokling, Ma'am Perla Lagura na nag-comment. Good luck and good afternoon and good luck sa ating Philippine athletes from Iloilo. Magandang hapon din po Ma'am Perla and God bless po always. Stay safe po, syempre. And syempre rin, nagpapasalamat tayo kina Josh Zaya, Elmer Rivera, Randy Magkawas, and mga members ng ating Philippine Sports Commission Workforce, Gab Aquino, Helen Dato, Mio Salutin, and Ayang Malyari. This is Philippine Sports Commission Chatroom. Hindi to mabubuo kung wala ang ating PSC Board, Chairman, sa pangunguna ni PSC Chairman Richard Bachman, Commissioner Olivia Bongku, Commissioner Matthew Pritz Gaston, Commissioner Walter Torres, and Commissioner Edward Haico. And syempre ang ating partners, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, Pocari Sweat, also Solar Philippines, and Pioneer Insurance. Magkita-kita po tayo ulit next week para sa isang namang episode ng PSC Chatroom sa Miyerkules 1:00 ng hapon. Ako po si Jess Laid. Stay safe and God bless.